Masakazu Aoki, Executive Vice President and Executive Officer, will explain. Good afternoon, I am Aoki. Let me explain the business strategy of industry sector. The key message today are 1. Seamless solutions with Lumada. 2. Global expansion for further growth. And 3. Achieving revenues of 1 trillion yen in fiscal year 2021. I will follow this table of contents today. First, our industry sector overview. Industry sector consists of 4 entities, namely Hitachi Limited's Industry and Distribution BU and Water and Environment BU, as well as the Hitachi Industrial Products and Hitachi Industrial Equipment Systems, the companies in charge of product business. Now, business overview. Revenues for fiscal year 2018 was 843.6 billion yen. And the breakdown is Industrial and Distribution BU 30% and Water and Environment BU 20%. And there is a mass production business, which is 32%, and built-to-order business 18%. So overall, as you see on the right side, the solution-type business on the right side and product-based business on the left side are approximately 50-50. As the social and environmental value of business, we contribute to the increasing the efficiency of customers' production and processing systems, providing safe, secure water environments, and help reduce CO2 emissions with energy-saving products to achieve the relevant SDGs. Next, let me talk about the review of 2018 Midterm Management Plan. First, profitability improvement initiatives. We withdrew from the unprofitable business such as overseas EPC business and strengthened project management as part of the promotion of business structural reform. Next, growth initiative. We strengthened our product business by integrating large and small-scale equipment business that had previously been separate divisions. And we focused on strengthening of digital solution business by leveraging Lumada and promoting collaborative creations with our customers. And furthermore, we accelerated our global expansion by acquiring Solier and strengthening the business base mainly in North America. So we have pursued the continuous reform through the integrated management since before the transition to the sector structure in April, fiscal year 2019. As a result of these measures, revenues in fiscal year 2016 was 788.8 billion, but in fiscal year 2018, it rose to 843.6 billion yen. An adjusted operating income ratio improved significantly from 2.1% in fiscal year 2016 to 6.9% in fiscal year 2018, although we're not satisfied with this level yet. Now, as a preparation towards the integrated operation on the industry sector from April, we first redefined and clarified the business domain of each BU and company. More specifically, Industry and Distribution BU is in charge of digital solutions business, Water and Environment BU in charge of utility solution business, Hitachi Industrial Products in charge of built-to-order business, and Hitachi Industrial Equipment business in charge of mass production business, and strengthened the business domains of products, OT, and IT, and organization restructuring. For example, moving multiple group companies internally to provide seamless solutions. And as the control tower of sector and management, Industry Business Division is newly established. We will strengthen the integrated operation of sector by strengthening the function to connect the business domains. We will enhance our efforts for the integrated operation. Myself as a leader and 4 CEOs and presidents will lead the industry sector. Next, let me explain the business domains briefly. I used this chart last year. We provide products used in customers' production sites and the OT that drives and controls the equipments, and the IT for business management, which is related to the upper layer. In other words, we provide the entire value chain very broadly. So we utilize product times OT times IT as our strength and offer digital solutions for customers' diverse needs. Next, let me explain the business strategy for 2021 Midterm Management Plan. First, let me start with our vision of the industry sector using this slide. To address customers' management challenge, our competitors have the upper layer consulting and IT system integrators and OT vendors in charge of control and product vendors, each addressing customers' challenges independently. But given the recent complex business challenges, the gaps in between are unavoidable. On the other hand, as I alluded to earlier, in Hitachi Group, industry sector strengthened our organization towards integrated operation, and that was the aim of our reorganization. And as Shiotsuka-san explained, we are also strengthening our collaboration with IT sector further. I will use this word total seamless solution. Hitachi utilizes Lumada to deploy total seamless solution to address customers' challenges in one-stop integrated fashion by upgrading sector resource through vertical integration. We will exert our distinct strength as total seamless solutions. I will use this word boundaries today. So with this, the challenges that exist between customers' operation, which I will call boundaries in this presentation, can be discovered and solved to optimize and enhance the operations. So our basic policy is first, seamless solutions with digital connections. And the focus areas are next generation manufacturing, logistics, maintenance, utilities, and connected products. And second is global expansion for further growth. By solving the boundary challenge of value chain with digital technology, we will aim to become the best solution partner for customers in the industry and distribution field. Our numeric target. Our goal for fiscal year 2021 is revenues of 1 trillion yen, adjusted operating income 100 billion yen, and adjusted operating income ratio of 10%. Let me explain briefly on the total seamless solution. Creating new business value by solving customers' issue of boundaries between companies and organizations as market needs accelerates and becomes diverse. And so we will deploy Lumada digital solution strategy to achieve this. There are 3 strategies. First, connect boundaries between workplace and management vertically. And 2, connect boundaries between operations and companies within supply chain horizontally. And 3, provide connected place through open innovation and connect boundaries between different industries. This is how we pursue our business differentiation strategy. So let me explain the first one, connect boundaries between workplace and management vertically. So this is the gap that all companies have, gap between workplace and management. So this table will be shown repeatedly. So to address the boundaries that exist between management and workplace, we use 4M data, man, machine, material, and method, to convert the real-world information in the field into cyberspace information. We announced the co-creation with Toyota, the digital IoT compass. Using such tool, it will be shifted to IoT. Management can establish management decisions responding to diversifying market needs, and workplace can establish high-efficient production structure, including flexible changes in production line. And second is connect boundaries between operations and companies within supply chain horizontally. Various boundaries exist between suppliers, manufacturing, distribution, and market supply chain that hinder overall optimization. Lumada, with its various solution cores, can improve efficiency of multi-site collaboration, production planning, and advance the logistics and the demand prediction. We will realize overall optimization of data-oriented supply chain.
So, number 3.
Third is providing connected place through open innovation and connect boundaries through different industries. We also see various boundaries here that hinder the collaboration across industry sectors. We provide connected place with the open platform Lumada, gather technology and knowledge of customers and partners in various industries, and Hitachi, and utilize AI and analytics to create new businesses and ideas. And with that, we will create value and new business opportunities. So that's our third theme.
So I've been talking about some conceptual things. So I'd like to talk about 5 cases related to these 3 connections. First one, case number 1, next generation manufacturing connecting vertically. Machine tool manufacturer Amada Holdings. This is a case of our collaborative creation with them. At step 1, servo system for pressing was jointly developed. That was the first of our collaborative creation. Step 2 was that from 2016, robotics was used to optimize production equipment. Total unmanned 365-day non-stop IoT line. This is collaborative creation in the area of OT. From 2018, by making use of Lumada, we have sophisticated the work site to create a manufacturing, next generation manufacturing that is friendly to people. And from 2019, with conversions to IT, we contributed to higher productivity and efficiency in operations. Next is next generation manufacturing connecting horizontally. This is the case of Suntory Beverage and Food. In the case of Suntory Beverage and Food, production equipment including inkjet printers, we have been delivering products to them as well as provision of utilities. That is how we worked with them in the past. But from 2018, by making use of AI, optimal proposal was to be made to make speedy and flexible production plans that was started in 2018. Veteran process planners, on average, they spend about 40 hours per week. In various constraints, they come up with optimal production plan. That used to be the case, but with Lumada solution making use of AI, that could be done within a matter of just 1 hour, this production planning. So that service was started. And with this, there was stable provision of products depending on changes in demand as well as higher efficiencies in operations. Number 3, next generation logistics connection horizontally. Our customer is FP Corp, which is the largest company in food tray production. As step 1, what we did with them is using SOP, IT system, ERP system building was started to provide them assistance in operation change. And then next came automatic transport equipment usage for higher efficiency. And we also had expansion of that and stepping up maintenance and after sales service. And also by using Lumada, there was higher coordination made, making use of supply chain management collaboration, making use of wholesaler. Next case is Salair. In 2017, we made an acquisition and we enhanced our lineup of products. And this year, Robot System Integrator was acquired and to provide solutions to customers together. And together with KDDI, IoT worldwide architecture is to be used so that Lumada-based AI IoT could be used to provide next generation maintenance. We're now making preparations for that. Case number 5 is connect in the place, next generation maintenance with a certain chemicals maker and the collaboration with Tokyo Marine Nichido Fire. This chemicals manufacturer, in monitoring control system, we have been assisting them in terms of introduction of products and OT. And furthermore, for the challenge of this chemical manufacturer, skilled tech engineers are now lower in number, and because of aged plants, there's many problems. And for plant operation, we have OT, IT know-how. And Lumada AI is being used in our predictive maintenance service. And Tokyo Marine Nichido Fire's insurance development capabilities were added so that changes in the plant and irregularities could be diagnosed in a predictive fashion so that the user's financial burden could also be reduced. Combining them, plant operation risk could be minimized. So we're starting to collaborate and collaborative creation in this way. For further growth, global expansion is my next topic of discussion. The future of manufacturing as seen by Hitachi. In the past, it was manufacturing by people and machines. Going forward, or even today, this is the shape, robot applied manufacturing. And in the future, what it will be is manufacturing linking workplace and management. Robot is going to be growing going forward. So robot applied manufacturing optimization, this business domain for Hitachi is going to be increasingly important. That was the decision that we made. And robot system integrator, 2 companies, we made these 2 acquisitions in Japan and the US almost at the same time. Line SI and Total Data SI, robot system integration business can be grown. And in addition, we were aiming at smart factories where worksite and management can be connected for next generation manufacturing. This is data that's already been announced. JR Automation, we have decided to make an acquisition of this company. This is the overview. Revenue is about 67 billion. Head office is in Michigan, Holland City in the US. 2,000 is the workforce, and they have the capability of making suggestions for diverse lines, and they have technological capabilities for achieving high quality, and they have high quality customer base. This is going to be a big asset for us. JR Automation focused markets are shown on this slide. Robot SI market around the world. Of course, there are ups and downs, but this market is expected to grow annually by more than 10%. As for autos, electrification is the major trend. There's going to be a major transformation of production lines, and in the area of e-commerce, high frequency delivery, as well as logistics investments, there's going to be a surge in the number of warehouses, which is going to give us a lot of business opportunities. Robot SI business synergies anticipated. We acquired back in 2017 Air, and their customer base is also included. JR Automation's customer base in the US, and in Japan, we acquired KEC, and their customer base could also be added so that we could respond to the market needs, which is more diversified and sophisticated. By converging Hitachi IT AI as well as Robot SI, we could sophisticate our value chain. North America is our focus. So let me talk about our business development plans in North America. As I said, in July of 2017, we acquired Air, recurring business, including connected business. By expanding recurring business, we tried to enhance our profitability. And similarly, in the US, we acquired JR Automation, and their customer base would be acquired by us so that digital solution business could be expanded. Furthermore, worksite and management will be connected further. We will continue to invest for growth to enhance corporate value of customers. In 2018, revenue was 73 billion, mainly in the North American region, but in 2021, our target is 200 billion. This is my conclusion. Our sector focus investment areas, further enhancement of our portfolio, and expansion into our growth regions, and higher efficiencies in our operations. In terms of our focus investment areas, expansion of solution, Lumada solution core development, as well as recurring business would also be expanded. And next is front business expansion, mainly in North America, and operation reform. These will be continued so that we could aim at higher value added and higher profitability in the industry sector. Our targets for 2021. In 2018, our revenue was 843.6 billion. In 2021, we are aiming at 1 trillion yen. Adjusted operating income ratio is to be raised from 6.9%. We are planning at 9.51% as an accumulation of our measures, but including our growth strategy, including M&A, we will be aiming at more than 10%. ROIC will be expanded from 9% to 10.8%. Lastly, let me repeat. Total seamless solution will be enhanced and expanded. Acceleration of global expansion of a recurring business. As a result of this, we will be the best partner for customers in the industry and distribution field. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
We will now like to have Q&A session. The question will be responded by Mr. Aoki as well as Jun Abe, Vice President and Executive Officer, CEO of Industry Distribution Business Unit, and Akiyoshi Hashimoto, CFO of Industry Business Division. Any questions, please? Question. Page 14. I think this is the key slide. So, water and industrial equipment. I think the structure is slightly different, and so you will use them differently, effectively. and the boundaries may be different. But so how is this different from industry to industry? And my next question is, I think the entire Hitachi should be doing this. So you are in charge of the industry sector, but I think Hitachi, when you were strong, had this structure, but you had the horizontal division and became weaker over the years. You are the head of industry, so you may be difficult for you to comment, but I think other sectors should do the same. Do you agree with me or not? If you could share with us your personal view, I'd appreciate it. Answer. Thank you for your valuable input. You are right. Hitachi should be aiming for this direction, Hitachi as a whole. In the previous midterm management plan, and before that, we focused on strengthening the individual units, so we took the BU structure and promoted the individual optimization of each individual BU. But now, the overall optimization weakened somewhat. I served as the head of BU for a few years. So, as the top management, we tended to move in that direction. But now that I'm in the current position in charge of the overall business, I agree with you. If we can unite and be more solid, we can appeal more to our customers, but we may be missing our opportunity. So we are noticing all these things. This time, we are using this word integrated operation. So it's not just a collaboration, it's an integrated operation. So we have chain of command, which is unified when we interact with customers. That's how we have to exert our strength as Hitachi. Of course, we need strong individual units. Otherwise, we cannot offer value to our customers. So, as an order, I think we are moving in the right order. So first, in the form of sector, we need to make this valid and feasible, and then have a bigger picture and see if we can meet the needs and trend of the world and operate in this direction. Thank you very much. Question. As an aside, Hitachi's valuation is low because you could not exert this strength. So your multiplication that led to synergy is Hitachi's strength. But because you divided into units, you only had some of the parts and lack of synergy, and that led to low valuation. So I think if you can do this on the company-wide, group-wide basis, your valuation will increase, I think. Answer. Thank you.
Any other questions? Question. Water and Environment Business Unit. The current status and the future plan. I wasn't entirely sure about that, so if you could elaborate. Page 35, according to this table, revenue is going to be flat or a slight increase. In the future, domestic and overseas ratio, how is it going to look like? Which region are you going to be focused on? Which area are you going to be strengthening? If you could elaborate. Answer. Because of time constraints, I wasn't able to cover Water and Environment Business Unit. Until last year, Water Business Unit, until last year, it was represented as a Water Business Unit. Revenue was about 1/2 of this. That is how it was presented. Water was the focus of this business unit, but in 2018, in the past it was part of industry and distribution. water after-sales service type of business. And the environment, the name was given. Well, the name of the company was Hitachi Plant Service. That was included in the industry and distribution, but air, clean air equipment and after-sales service was provided by this entity, not just focused on water, but water plus environment. This is how we wanted to appeal to our customers. So that is how we reorganized our organization. I talked about our reorganization. This is one of the major points about that reorganization. So where we used to be just in water, the main field in the water business was public service, water system, water supply. That was the bulk of the business. But going forward, growth is going to be in the industry area. Water supply to the industry as well as air as utility. That should be our focus, we decided. And that is how we changed our organization. And now we have named it Water and Environment Business Unit. So the water solutions that we did in the past, in addition to that, water for the industry sector and power also, but the focus is water and air. We are to roll out such solutions. So that's the big theme in this midterm plan this time around. Domestic and overseas ratio. Question. Answer. Overseas ratio was around 10% or so, centering around China. 10% or so. That's the overseas ratio, still low. Thank you.
Any other questions? Question. So today at the outset, President Higashihara said that IT and industrial are the focus investment sectors. In IT, he said 3 trillion yen growth investment in 3 years. So you mentioned numbers. For industrial, what size of growth investment are you anticipating? And you have been doing mid-size M&A. In the next 3 years, what kind of M&A strategy do you have, and what size? If you could elaborate, I appreciate it. Answer. We don't have finalized numbers yet, and this has to do with counterpart. So we don't have numbers for that at this point in time. But at maximum, 500 billion yen can be considered. In year 1, KEC and JR Automation were acquired, and that was 110 billion yen. So the field and the amount of M&A will be decided going forward, but the maximum level is, as I said earlier. Question. So 500 billion yen, is that per deal or total over 3 years? Maximum 500 billion over 3 years? Answer, yes.
Next question, please.
This is Leon from CLSA. My question is about what's your strategy to expand factory automation? Because, for example, compared to Mitsubishi Electric or Fanuc, Hitachi doesn't have that as much as the installation base for robots or factory automation products. So if you want to buy more system integrator, however, system integrator usually is quite fragmented and it's hard to scalable. So what's your strategy to expand your IoT in factory automation space? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. But apparently, our the past track record comparing with the Mitsubishi Electric is different. Mitsubishi Electric is a more, how can I say, the product basis company, and their main sales comes from the sales of the products, including robots. But we are aiming at the more OT side businesses in the factory automation for aiming at the smart factory side, upper layers, comparing the Mitsubishi Electric. That is the main difference in the strategy.
Maybe I should rephrase my question. The question is how do you expand the IoT, Lumada IoT, in factory automation space?
Yes, some of the example I did explain, but there is Lumada is not a package, so we need to expand that kind of business step by step, as the way of our businesses. We have many. We are not very strong in the factory automation products itself. However, we have many OT customers of ours or IT customers of ours. So that's the way we are expanding our Lumada solution business toward smart factories.
Thank you. Any other questions? Question. I have one question. So today you gave us 5 case examples which are easy to understand. Thank you. And all cases are the ones where you go up the steps. So the mindset, customer's mindset for investment, is it changing? You are pursuing these case examples and going up the steps. The higher the steps, the more abstract they become. And so I think the impact will be bigger but difficult to measure. That's my image. On the other hand, the closer to production line, the easier to understand the impact, which is easier to implement. So your track record is now appealing to the customers, and that's why you are stepping up. Or because customers have specific needs, their mindset is becoming stronger. Can this trend accelerate going forward? If you could elaborate, please. Answer. I think it is accelerating. In other words, Japanese manufacturers' strength, kaizen, the strength. In each workplace, in each task, the optimization is pursued, and I think this is progressing. And we are proposing solutions. The quickest is to talk with the top management, but these boundaries that exist between operations, there were fixed rules. The operations that were run under fixed rules, and the person in charge of the operations were not looking at them, were overlooking them, or having difficulty discovering them. So by offering the venue, the place, we allow them to discover and identify the gaps and propose a different way of doing things or show examples in other industries. And by doing so, they can enjoy big improvements. This can be measured in each work site, but work site is focused on the improvement in the work site. So we are trying to focus on the gap, so total seamless solution, and the boundary is focusing on the gap between operations. Japanese manufacturing industries are now moving in that direction and changing. Anything to add, Abe-san? I talk with customers and I feel that Hitachi's track record and the use case customers say they are useful. And in Omika plant, they look at Omika plant showcase and come to trust Hitachi. Customers want more competitiveness, to become more competitive, so they come to us for support. So Lumada Solution Core is explained to meet that needs. The companies that I just explained are advanced companies. They already decided on the investment. Top management is ahead, moving ahead. And now this is deployed horizontally to other plants, and I think themes are expanding now.
It is now time. We would like to bring this industry sector session to a close. Thank you very much.